wanted to do a read on Senator Feinstein because she is also one of the names in the people who sold stocks at times that at the time that is a bit suspicious based on the coronavirus briefing that they got that told them that this is more serious than the rest of the country realizes. And then they sold stocks, and I was just very surprised to hear her name. And she's a senator in California, and I wanted to do a read on that and find out, did you do that? You know, are you guilty of this? She did give a statement saying that she's not at all involved in the trading that goes on in her stocks. As long as she is, working in government, she's not involved. She had no idea, had nothing to do with it, and she did not go to the briefing that day. Although I'm sure she got notes on it. But let's see what the cards have to say about that. And it's interesting because I had a thought and suspicion, and I believe that the cards are telling me exactly that. I want to know, her husband is an investment banker, a very high-end up there investment banker. And I wondered, maybe she really had no idea, but did he do this? And did he do it because of something he found out from her? Which is pretty complicated, if that's true, between the two of them. And for us too. That's worrying. So the first card I get is the Lovers. So that tells me the marriage, the relationship. That is what's part of the story here. And then on top of it, I get the King of Cups. And that tells me right there, this is the husband. I do think that he did this. And, you see him on this sort of by himself floating on this water. It's almost like he sort of drifted away and maybe did his own thing. At the surface, we see, and I don't mean to be biased to make her innocent, but you can't help but to see this is a very childish dress and a rainbow. And I see a sort of, and also she's not facing us. And that tells me that she's being honest and that she did not see it happen. She did not know it was happening. She was oblivious to this trade or these trades that selling of stocks that happened. And I also see what's on the surface is the other three senators that are here. When I see these three, I think of the other three. And I do think that which we don't know, well, I think that is at least representing her and then this confirms that for me at the base. Here she is blindfolded, and this Two of Swords is a card of basically inaction. So that tells me she did not take action to do this purposely, and that she did not even know it happened. I think, according to what I'm seeing here. And then I see this leaving the situation. This Ten of Cups is a happy family card. Now, when you see this coming into this is what's coming into her life right now. You could just think of this as all the news stories coming out and the attacks on her right now that she's dealing with. But when you put it with, which of course is there. When you put it with this card, it makes you wonder if this is a family strife also. That this could be a problem in her marriage right now. Her family, I think it might be telling us that. What I see here, I think that this is her, and I think she is wondering, honestly, did I say something to him that day? It's hard to not talk to your husband about work, or if you find something out and you have a trip planned, you might say, we should not go on this trip that we were planning because I've heard of this virus I think is more serious than I know. And then you go on to what's for dinner. And she's wondering, did I say something and did he use that to decide to sell stocks? And is this gonna come back and hurt me? Or even worse, did he kind of look over her shoulder or peek into some email? She's wondering, was it my fault, or did he just literally look into my notes that day and see something and use that to sell stocks, which is just so illegal and wrong, and it hurts her. And so, this goes right there with it, the Tower card. I think this is, sort of what she's feeling right now. I'm not getting anger in this, but I am just getting upset. Although this could be anger, you know, fights at home. But I just feel like she's just very upset. This is all happening very publicly. And I also, when I see this, I see the stock market and how it did crash, and her concern of what's this big story that's coming out, and wondering if she was involved, or did her husband betray her in this way and do this thing that's wrong. Hopes and fears. Here we have another relationship card. We've got the Lovers, the Two of Cups. I think this thing that's happened has to do with the two of them and their marriage and their trust. And I think she hopes it'll work out. And then long term, you know, I don't think this is the happiest conclusion to this, because, you know, I see here possible separation, you know, but still married, because you still have this sort of string here. And I know Two of Pentacles can mean a lot of things, juggling, but, you know, or up and down, or, you know, who knows what, like, kind of like an I don't know what'll happen. But I also just use what I see, and I think that there could be sort of a separation, whether it's separate bedrooms or separate homes, or just like a growing sort of maybe distance, maybe distrust out of this. And then to add to that, this was at the base of the deck, and I mean, geez, that says it all. If I'm right on this, it's just she got stabbed in the back. Is that what happened here? Did she get stabbed in the back by her husband? And we'll see. But anyway, I found that very interesting, and I hope you found that interesting too. Of course, I hope for the best for all involved. And I'm sorry to her if she is in pain, and I'm sorry if she did anything wrong too. So that's my reading. Thanks for watching.